You're a summoner? That's the weakest class in the world. The moment Lin Xiao awakened his class, everyone laughed at him. His rival called him trash. No team wanted him. No one believed he could clear a dungeon. Even a normal combat class was considered better than becoming a summoner. But they had no idea. Lin Xiao had awakened a unique S-tier talent. A talent so powerful that nobody else in the world could ever obtain it. Every single day, he gains a brand new S-rank talent. His first summon was just a tiny skeleton. Weak, pathetic, worthless. But after receiving an S-rank talent, it evolved into a terrifying Death Knight. A monster capable of slaughtering entire armies. Then his slime gained the power of endless evolution through devouring. His goblin became a master of legendary weapons. And that was only the beginning. While other people struggled to make one summon stronger, Lin Xiao gave countless S-rank talents to all of his summons. Every day they evolved. Every day they grew stronger. Every day they became more terrifying. Geniuses, prodigies, heroes, none of them could even defeat his weakest summon. Then the abyss descended upon the world. Demon gods appeared. Ancient monsters awakened. Even the gods themselves looked down upon humanity. But when humanity stood on the edge of extinction, one man stepped forward. Behind him stood an army powerful enough to shake heaven and earth. An army of death knights, ancient beasts, divine creatures, and beings powerful enough to rival gods. The world finally realized one terrifying truth. The strongest army was never an army. The strongest kingdom was never a kingdom. It was one summoner, and his summons. This is the story of Lin Xiao, the summoner who turned the weakest class into the strongest existence in the world. Week 1 8-hour video will be uploaded. All novels uploaded here are completed, so you will get a full story without searching or waiting. I have listened to the translated version on web, and there are no major problems with translation. If you want Chinese novel translated, give me the original name of the novel and I will respond to your request as soon as possible. Please make sure your request is on the latest video. If you hear this "u" sound in the novel, it means either question mark or some space is left, like getting materials or experience gained there more but not shown. If after a name is used and after there is silence, it means exclamation marks were used as in shock. I don't know if this will happen in recorded one, but it happened in web version. Chapter 169. Pushing open the door, a noisy sound entered his ears. Lin Xiao wasn't surprised by the scene behind the door. In fact, he felt it was only natural. As expected, it's not that simple to leave this place. Lin Xiao walked in, observing the boisterous crowd and the performance on stage, then sat down at a place selling drinks. He directly asked a staff member there, "Hello, I'm lost. Could you tell me how to get to the rock climbing performance hall?" Since he couldn't leave immediately, he might as well find the treasure chest here first. The staff member, who was mixing drinks, paused for a second or two before smiling. "Turn right when you exit. That's the rock climbing performance hall." "Are you going to participate in rock climbing?" Lin Xiao hesitated for a moment, then nodded. "It's rare to come here, so I want to try it. Then I suggest you drink a functional special drink. It can effectively help you climb to the top of the cliff." "A functional special drink? It won't have stimulants or anything, will it? Isn't that cheating?" The staff member mixing drinks chuckled. "Of course not. Many people choose to drink a cup here when rock climbing. It can better stimulate their potential." Looking at the staff member's enthusiastic smile, Lin Xiao shook his head. "Never mind. Thank you for telling me the location. This place was unclear, let alone eating and drinking anything here." Pushing open the room again, he unexpectedly arrived at another place. Circus performance. The performance had reached its climax. A lion eating a person. A clown voluntarily put his head into the lion's mouth. This scene made everyone's hearts pound, but Lin Xiao merely glanced at it and immediately felt it was uninteresting. It was an old-fashioned performance. They were all trained, so it definitely wouldn't eat him. Snap! The next second, the lion closed its mouth, biting off the clown's head. Lin Xiao was stunned. The scene immediately erupted with gasps of surprise. Wow! It ate him! It ate him! Wah! Amidst the exclamations and screams of the crowd, the headless clown stood up, and his head poof suddenly grew back. It turned out that the moment the lion bit down, the clown retracted his head, making the audience think his head had been eaten. That's somewhat innovative, Lin Xiao muttered to himself. To be honest, he was also very surprised when the lion bit down. It seemed traditional performances could no longer satisfy people's curiosity. Passing through the circus performance, Lin Xiao arrived in front of a rockery. Finally here, the treasure chest should be here. Lin Xiao found a staff member here and stated that he wanted to participate. This was originally a physical activity, and not many people participated. Some of them were invited professional athletes, providing exciting performances for the few spectators below as they climbed. Young man, are you sure you can do this with your delicate skin and tender flesh? Seeing Lin Xiao participate, a professional athlete leaned over and joked. Lin Xiao glanced at him. Want to compete? The professional athlete was stunned, then laughed. Ha ha ha. Interesting. Since you want to, let's compete. I can give you a minute's head start. Let's get acquainted. My name is Hu Wei. He was still thinking about how to get the other party to compete with him, but unexpectedly he brought it up first. No need. Lin Xiao shook his head. No need. Hu Wei walked forward and correctly adjusted the rope hanging from Lin Xiao. This is your first time, isn't it? You don't even know how to tie a safety rope. And you don't need me to give you a head start. Yes, it's my first time. Lin Xiao nodded and said, Let's begin. Wait a moment. Hu Wei gestured for Lin Xiao to wait, then looked towards the entrance, seemingly waiting for something. After waiting for a moment, he glanced at the electronic watch on his wrist and said, Let's begin. Are you waiting for someone to watch your performance? Lin Xiao asked curiously. Hu Wei didn't hide it. A girl named Little Mo. She occasionally comes over, but this time slot has passed, so she probably won't come. She might have gone somewhere else. Little Mo, the same girl the security guard mentioned? The one with green hair? Lin Xiao asked tentatively. Oh, so you know her? Yes. I met her at the circus performance not long ago. He made up a story effortlessly. Anyway, the other party couldn't verify it with her. That's her. She's recently enjoyed watching the performances there, especially the lion eating a person act. As he spoke, Hu Wei's 5 fingers gripped a rock on the climbing wall. Since you don't need me to give you a head start, let's just start. Lin Xiao also got ready, and at the sound of the whistle, both began to climb rapidly. The climbing wall was like flat ground in Hu Wei's eyes. In the blink of an eye, he had climbed halfway. He suddenly stopped, just about to turn back and mock Lin Xiao, only to find that Lin Xiao had already surpassed him at an astonishing speed. By the time he reacted, Lin Xiao had already reached the top of the cliff. This must be a monster. He reached the summit with ease. This put no pressure on Lin Xiao at all. His physical strength was unknown how many times greater than that of an ordinary person like Hu Wei. There was no need to search. Upon ascending, He could see the eagle sculpture from the treasure map. The treasure chest must be inside here. Lin Xiao walked forward, knocked on it, and found a door crudely made with tools behind the eagle sculpture's head. He opened it, and sure enough, the treasure chest was stored in the direction of the eyes. Lin Xiao opened it directly. Obtained treasure map *1, talent divine stone *1, professional skill scroll *1, another talent divine stone. And this time there was also a professional skill scroll. It could randomly grant a skill of one's own profession. These were all good things. There are quite a few good things. Did little Mo put all these talent divine stones in? Lin Xiao couldn't help but feel suspicious. How could a little girl have so many good things? Taking out the professional skill scroll, Lin Xiao immediately used it. Obtain skill. Summoned Beast, Berserk. Summoned Beast, Berserk. Increases all attributes of your summoned beast by 10%. Not bad. Lin Xiao was quite satisfied with the skill. At this moment, Hu Wei finally climbed up, panting for several breaths while supporting his knees, then looked at Lin Xiao and asked, "How did you climb so fast? Didn't you say this was your first time?" "It is my first time. Maybe I'm just exceptionally talented." "Hu Wei." Lin Xiao greeted him and then left. He looked at the newly acquired treasure map. Congratulations on finding Green Capital's second hidden treasure. Below is the location of the third treasure. Please continue to work hard. A super grand prize awaits you if you find the final treasure. The same text, only the numbers were changed. Looking at the pattern on the treasure map, it depicted an inverted V shape, with the character ice being ice, crookedly written in the center, indicating an ice mountain. At the very tip of the mountain, a simple treasure chest pattern was drawn. The treasure chest is on an ice mountain. But are there any ice mountains here? Lin Xiao was puzzled, but considering this strange place, it might actually exist. Leaving the rock climbing performance hall, this time he didn't need to open a door. Lin Xiao walked directly onto the street and immediately saw the Big Ben that the security guard had mentioned earlier. It really is a landmark building. I saw it at a glance. Out of the corner of his eye, Lin Xiao inadvertently caught a glimpse of a white shadow. Snow Mountain. I found everything. Now I don't have to wander around like a headless fly asking for directions. Chapter 170. Behind the Southern Abyss. A woman in black robe gazed at the transparent cube in her hand. Her face was obscured, but judging by her graceful figure, her appearance must have been quite good. Just then, an abyss monster with demonic wings flew over from a distance. It wore a mask resembling a bird's skull on its face, knelt on one knee behind the woman, and respectfully said, "My lady, after several battles, those humans can no longer discern our objective. We may begin our operation." The woman in black robe raised the transparent cube in her hand. Light passed through it, emitting a dazzling and strange radiance. She spoke slowly. "I heard that one altar was destroyed, and several others are currently under attack." The rooster-headed demon couldn't help but tremble all over. He lowered his head even further before speaking. "The incident happened too suddenly. We never expected the Sword Saint to suddenly appear and slay Sheephead. Yao Tianyi is very strong. They were simply no match for him, even with the title of Abyssal Demon. I anticipated your failure long ago. Destroying one or two altars is not a major issue. Let's go. It's time to activate the final altar. I only hope the legendary evil god isn't a fake." With that, The transparent cube in the woman in black robe's hand flew up, shooting out a beam of green light. The light squirmed like liquid, forming a green teleportation gate. Let's go. I can go in too. The rooster-headed demon was overwhelmed by the unexpected favor. He never imagined that his lady would invite him to accompany her. The woman in black robe stepped directly into the green teleportation gate. The rooster-headed demon scrambled to follow, seizing this opportunity. If he could earn his lady's favor, his strength would surely become the greatest among the 12 of them. No, the 11 of them now. Passing through the teleportation gate, the two arrived in a patch of ruins. Just as the rooster-headed demon was about to ask where they were, he suddenly felt an intense sense of danger. The next second, boom! His body was struck and flew out uncontrollably. He didn't even see the opponent make a move before he was violently slammed into the distance and buried by the rubble. You're still so volatile. Can't you control your temper? The woman in black robe glanced at the figure that appeared and reprimanded him without ceremony. Rather than a person, it was a wolf, a werewolf 4 or 5 meters tall. Its silver mane shone like the bright moon in the sky, embodying coldness, slaughter, and mystery. The scimitar at its waist emitted chills, suggesting countless enemies slain, and one could faintly hear the wails of the souls who died beneath its blade. When the rooster-headed demon crawled out of the ruins and saw who had attacked him, he completely lost his composure, scrambling and crawling to kneel at the opponent's feet. War Chief, my lord. In the abyss, strength represents everything. Strength dictates class division. Who would have thought that the abyssal demon, feared by everyone, would display such a humble posture? It was truly worldview-shattering, but in the abyss this was the norm and quite common. The werewolf, known as the War Chief, glanced at the rooster-headed demon, kicked out fiercely, and sent him flying again, just like kicking away a piece of trash beside him. What is the situation? The woman in black robe did not care about the rooster-headed demon's life or death. In her eyes, there was no difference between an abyssal demon and an abyss monster. She immediately inquired about the situation here. It's close, but some rats have infiltrated this place. The war chief's rough voice was like thunder. He looked up at the scene before him. The woman in black robe raised her eyes and saw Qin Chuan and Lin Xiao engaged in combat. When she noticed Lin Xiao, tiny ripples stirred in the depths of her pupils, and she narrowed her eyes slightly. He actually entered the real green capital. Big Ben. Lin Xiao arrived here quickly. The place where the treasure chest was stored was at the top of the clock tower. You're here to retrieve the treasure chest Xiao Mo left here, right? That's quite thoughtful of you. The old man guarding the clock took Lin Xiao toward the top of the clock tower, chatting with him along the way. MHM. Lin Xiao nodded. She gave me a treasure map. It felt quite interesting, so I just came over to check it out. Ha ha ha. It is interesting indeed. Initially, many people participated, but gradually fewer and fewer people searched. Most of the treasure chests must have been found by now. As the old man spoke, he took out a key, inserted it into the padlock on the iron door, twisted it back and forth a few times, and with a click, the lock opened. Pushing open the iron door, the old man led Lin Xiao inside the clock tower. Inside, they could see numerous gears and machinery operating, the unique internal structure of the clock tower. I'll take you. I know where the treasure chest is placed, the old man said, hanging up the key. Lin Xiao nodded and followed, then asked, If most of the treasure chests have been found, did she stop placing them and continue her game? I wouldn't know about that. The old man shook his head. Maybe she did. After all, I rarely leave this place. We're here. It's right up ahead. Lin Xiao looked ahead. A treasure chest was placed there, gleaming brightly. Behind the treasure chest, many precise components were rotating. It was the internal mechanism of the clock tower's clock. Lin Xiao walked forward, took down the treasure chest, and immediately opened it. Obtained letter *1, talent divine stone *2, psionic bomb *3, consumable. There were actually 2 talent divine stones this time. Speaking of which, were talent divine stones just common stones during her time? Why is there one in every treasure chest? Putting away the talent divine stones, Lin Xiao looked at the other item in the treasure chest. Psionic bomb. Upon detonation, forms a 50 by 50 by 50 psionic space, severely slowing the actions of creatures within the affected area. Duration: 30 seconds. A soft control skill. It's quite good for restraining enemies. Lin Xiao put it away and took out the letter from the treasure chest. Unlike the previous ones, this time it was not a treasure map. Congratulations on finding the hidden edition of the treasure chest. Inside is my favorite toy. I hope you like it too. So it was a hidden edition. No wonder there were 2 talent divine stones. But favorite toy? Did she mean the psionic bomb? Well, that's a unique toy. Little brother, come here. Just as Lin Xiao was preparing to leave, the old man waved him over. This is Xiao Mo's favorite spot. From here you can see the entire green capital. She often snuck up here and would stay for the whole day. The old man stepped back a few paces, yielding the window view to Lin Xiao. Looking out at the scenery through the window, Lin Xiao was momentarily stunned. Noticing Lin Xiao's expression, the old man was not surprised, but smiled and said, "How is it? Isn't it shocking?" "This is truly shocking." Lin Xiao looked at the green capital. From here he could see distant snow-capped mountains, the bustling crowds below, and parts of the performance hall. As for why only parts, it was because some areas were empty. Empty didn't mean there were no buildings on top. It meant the area was pitch black, as if a chunk had been forcibly gouged out. Looking down from high up, the entire green capital seemed to be pieced together from fragments, making one's scalp tingle. This was why Lin Xiao was so shocked. "Oh right, do you know Xiao Mo? What kind of person is she?" Chapter 171. Congratulations! Your level has increased to 36. While Lin Xiao was riding the 9-tailed celestial fox towards the snow mountain, the level up notification sounded. After the 9-tailed celestial fox obtained the new talent seed of immortal chi, it indirectly gained the ability to fly, making travel much more convenient. Looking down at the green capital below, it looked exactly like fragmented pieces forcibly pieced together. Lin Xiao couldn't help but recall what the old man of the big clock had said. What kind of person is little Mo? I'm not quite sure. She seemed to appear suddenly in the green capital. At first, she snuck into the clock tower, and I gave her a good scolding. But she never learned her lesson and found ways to avoid me. Eventually, I got used to it. Besides, these old bones couldn't handle her mischief, so I just let her come in. After we became familiar, I asked her about her parents. She talked about everything at first, but once I unintentionally overheard her mentioning that her parents were already dead. Because her parents loved bringing her to the green capital to play, she comes here every day, even though she's alone. That was all he learned from the old man. Although the amount of information wasn't large, Lin Xiao could roughly guess what happened. Not only were little Mo's parents dead, but everyone in the Green Capital was dead too. She was the only exception. No, perhaps she died too, but came back to life due to some reason. Of course, this was just Lin Xiao's speculation, but there was a high probability of it being true. Arriving at the summit of the snow mountain, the treasure chest was placed at the peak, covered in ice and snow. Lin Xiao looked back down the mountain and realized that reaching the summit would be quite difficult for ordinary people. How could a little girl run all the way here and climb up by herself? Lin Xiao couldn't understand how little Mo, a 7 or 8-year-old girl, managed it. He didn't know her exact age, but based on the old man's description, little Mo was only about waist-high to him. He opened the treasure chest, obtained Super Treasure Map *1, Talent Divine Stone *1, Shadow of the Green Capital *1, General Skill. A super treasure map? Could this be the super grand prize little Mo mentioned? Lin Xiao looked at the super treasure map in his hand, feeling a sense of anticipation, wanting to see just how grand the super grand prize was. This is the last treasure chest. Hope you can find it. It was a very brief message, accompanied by a hand-drawn picture below it. It was various lines pieced together and intertwined, making it impossible to tell what kind of pattern it was at a glance. What place is this? Lin Xiao frowned. There were no obvious landmark buildings, not even a treasure chest icon. It seems getting the final super grand prize won't be that easy. Lin Xiao decided to study the treasure map later and looked at the other reward obtained from the treasure chest. Shadow of the Green Capital. Repeat the last skill used. Copy the last skill used. And it's a general type. Seeing the skill description, Lin Xiao immediately wondered if he could use it to perform repeated summons. If so, wouldn't he have 2 identical summon beasts? Thinking of this, Lin Xiao felt a bit excited. Let's try it. Lin Xiao immediately learned Shadow of the Green Capital, then began summoning, calling out the Snow Girl doll. After the summon was complete, Lin Xiao noticed a change in the skill. Shadow of the Green Capital. Summon. Snow Girl doll. It actually works. Lin Xiao was slightly agitated and summoned again. Another Snow Girl doll appeared, entirely green, a shadow distinct from the original, but its appearance was not much different from the real Snow Girl doll. Snow Girl doll? Seeing a shadow that looked exactly like herself, the Snow Girl doll was very curious. This is my new skill, Lin Xiao explained. He then checked the information of the Snow Girl doll, Shadow, and found that the shadow possessed abilities identical to the original body. Even its talents were perfectly inherited, which was incredible, perhaps even ridiculously powerful. This skill is too strong. It can perfectly replicate. Lin Xiao couldn't help but exclaim. In this case, the combat power wasn't simply doubled. I'm starting to look forward to that super great treasure. But how do I leave this place now? Lin Xiao naturally remembered that he entered this place to help Qin Chuan and the others. But now he seemed to be trapped here too. He hadn't found the way out yet. Master, there is a teleportation gate in the sky. The Snow Girl doll suddenly pointed high up and said, "In the sky." Lin Xiao was stunned, looking up at the sky, and found that there was indeed a teleportation gate in the clouds. He felt like swearing. Why would the dungeon's teleportation gate be located so high up? If he hadn't climbed the snow mountain, he wouldn't have found it at all. If someone couldn't fly, wouldn't they be trapped here forever? Lin Xiao recalled the Snow Girl doll and the shadow of the Green Capital, then steered the nine-tailed celestial fox into the teleportation gate located in the sky. His vision returned. After leaving the performance hall, Lin Xiao found himself standing next to a path. What place is this now? Lin Xiao immediately took out the Green Capital route map and quickly determined his location. He was on the small road leading to the zoo. I actually skipped several scenic spots, but going to the zoo now is meaningless. Lin Xiao initially thought the second treasure chest was hidden inside the zoo, but unexpectedly found it inside the performance hall. Next is finding the location of Qin Chuan and the Super Grand Prize. After studying the route map in his hand for a while, Lin Xiao contacted the lucky spirit again. How are things on your end? As soon as he connected with the lucky spirit, he heard intense fighting sounds coming from their location. Ah, Master, have you arrived? Things aren't looking good here. Where are you now? Are there 4 or 5 teleportation gates? Lin Xiao glanced at the route map in his hand. If he said he was on the road to the zoo, they probably wouldn't understand. He felt that he and Qin Chuan were not in the same place. Just tell me what landmarks you have there, and I'll rush over as quickly as possible. There are lots of abyss monsters here, constantly pouring out. Lin Xiao. Landmarks, like buildings or anything similar. Oh, it's round. It's an arena. Is it the Colosseum? Lin Xiao saw the location marked as the route's endpoint, which matched exactly what the lucky spirit described. It must be here. Master, hurry up. He seems to be reaching his limit, and that one is also seriously injured. Hearing the lucky spirit's words, Lin Xiao's gaze sharpened. It seemed things weren't looking good for Qin Chuan. He would put the Super Grand Prize aside for now, as he had no leads anyway. Chapter 172, Western Theater Command. Orders were issued from here and relayed downwards. Every single order concerned the survival of a battlefield and the lives of thousands of people. We have news about an evil god altar again. Your third army discovered an altar, quickly organized personnel, eliminated the abyss monsters and abyssal demons inside, and then destroyed the altar. Yao Tianyi looked at the transmitted information and relayed it to Qin Shuran, the military chief of the West, who was looking down at a map. Where is the location? Here. Yao Tianyi pointed to the east side of the map. Qin Shuran picked up a pencil and drew a few circles on the map. Since the discovery of the altars they use for sacrifice, we have found 8 evil god altars in total. All were successfully destroyed, but not without paying a considerable price. Qin Shuran spoke in a deep voice. Indeed, every altar is guarded by an abyssal demon. It's not easy to kill them. Yao Tianyi was aware of the abyssal demon's strength. Although he could instantly kill an abyssal demon, it didn't mean others could do the same. Generally speaking, abyssal demons are creatures professionals prefer not to encounter. Qin Shuran, have you noticed that these abyssal demons seem like a new faction within the abyss, not belonging to the Archduke of Demons or the Archdemon's subordinates? Yao Tianyi nodded. I noticed those abyssal demons all wear bone masks shaped like different animals. Qin Shuran frowned and suddenly spoke. The abyss's goal this time must be to seek the power of the evil god. Although the evil god only exists in legend, the discovery of several altars suggests the evil god might truly exist. But if that's the case, why did the 2 Archdukes of Demons choose to guard the border and not get involved? Although the Archduke of Demons is powerful, this is an evil god, reaching the level of a deity. They have no reason to concede this power. Yet, They are abnormally sending massive armies to pin down the war god and others. And these newly appearing abyssal demons might belong to a new faction. Yao Tianyi was confused and directly interrupted Qin Shuran. Just say what you mean. Don't spout all this incomprehensible stuff. Qin Shuran shot him a look and stated his conjecture directly. I'm thinking whether a new Archduke of Demons has appeared in the Abyss. They need powerful strength to secure territory in the Abyss, and the residual power of the evil god is their target. Yao Tianyi frowned. That's impossible. If a new Archduke of Demons appeared, the other three would never stand by and watch. The Abyss operates on the law of the jungle, and the three Archdukes of Hell have almost divided the entire Abyss among themselves. How could they allow someone else to come and seize their cake now? Even if your conjecture is correct, and the three Archdukes of Hell genuinely don't care, why would they amass huge armies to help that new Archduke of Demons seize the evil god's power? They'd seize the evil god's power and then the four of them would divide it? Such a thing is simply a fantasy in the Abyss. Yao Tianyi sneered and shook his head. The Abyss is governed by the law of the jungle, living by slaughter. Moreover, those abyssal demons are utterly selfish. How could they possibly share gains with others? Qin Shuran remained silent for a moment, looked at Yao Tianyi, and slowly said, "What if there is someone stronger than the Archduke of Demons? Someone whose orders the other three Archdukes of Hell dare not disobey?" Yao Tianyi was stunned, then frowned. Someone stronger than the Archduke of Demons? It's just a conjecture. The war god made the same guess, but it hasn't been confirmed. However, judging by the current situation, this possibility is high, Qin Shuran said solemnly. If such an existence truly exists, that person might be comparable to the war god. If they also gain the evil god's power, they might surpass the war god or even achieve godhood. The atmosphere fell into a deathly silence. Then, a communicator entered, breaking the momentary stillness. "Military Chief, the 7th Squad has been found and successfully exited the dungeon. They are currently resting in the camp." Qin Shuran was startled and excitedly asked, "Found? Who found them?" His son was in the 7th Squad. They had lost contact completely after venturing deep into a dungeon recently, unable to be reached for 7 or 8 days straight. Now that there was finally news of the 7th Squad, how could he not be excited? The communicator's expression was strange, and he stammered, unsure how to speak. Seeing his expression, Qin Shuran's heart skipped a beat, and he immediately said sternly, "Report truthfully. Did you find their corpses?" "No, no, no. Not a single person in the 7th Squad died. They only sustained injuries of varying degrees. It's just that we weren't the ones who found them." "Who was it?" "It was a death knight." "A death knight?" Qin Shuran was stunned. Yes, it was a death knight. It led them through the dungeon and, while it was at it, destroyed the altar hidden inside the dungeon. The communicator reported truthfully. Qin Shuran was a little bewildered. At this moment, Yao Tianyi spoke. "It might be Lin Xiao's summoned beast, the Death Knight. I've seen it." "Lin Xiao's summoned beast?" Qin Shuran was shocked and only asked after pausing for 2 or 3 seconds. The dungeon the 7th Squad entered was 60 difficulty level. How could his summoned beast appear there and even bring them out? "You're not joking with me, are you?" He had naturally heard of Lin Xiao's glorious achievements, but that was a level 60 or higher dungeon. Even if his summoned beast was strong, it couldn't possibly handle any of the monsters inside. His Death Knight seems to be able to grow by killing enemies, and it has no upper limit. Qin Shuran was stunned again. That monstrous. Of course, there is a time limit. As Yao Tianyi spoke, he fell into contemplation. There's just one thing I don't understand. Lin Xiao is currently in Shanyuan City. How did his summoned beast travel so far? Could it be that his spirit attribute is very high, allowing for manipulation over such a long distance? Qin Shuran ignored Yao Tianyi's question, looked at the communicator in front of him, and asked, "Where's that Death Knight?" After bringing the 7th squad out, it entered the Abyss dungeon again. Qin Shuyang wanted to meet that Death Knight. Lin Xiao is probably using the Death Knight to continuously gain experience. Ordinary dungeons require the summoner to enter. But now that dungeons have become abyssal, even if the summoner doesn't enter the dungeon, they can command the summoned beast to go in and kill enemies, provided their spirit is sufficient. Yao Tianyi explained. Regardless, when we have time, we must thank him properly. Green Capital. After Lin Xiao learned Qin Chuan's location, he chose to take a shortcut instead of following the road. After all, he had a route map in hand, so he could see where the paths were at a glance and reach the Colosseum in the quickest time possible. Chapter 173. Looking at the Green Capital route map in his hand, the Colosseum was the final stop in the entire Green Capital. Qin Chuan was there, and as long as he could get out from there, he would be able to escape the dungeon. However, having been trapped inside for so long without being able to get out, it showed just how dangerous it was. Lin Xiao passed through the jungle. He didn't dare let the 9-tailed celestial fox fly at high altitude because he discovered that there were many powerful flying abyss monsters in the sky. Their levels reached 60, far beyond what he could contend with right now, so he could only choose to fly at a low altitude, avoiding the eyes and ears of those abyss monsters as much as possible. In places where abyss monsters appear, Qin Chuan probably hadn't reached these areas when he was clearing the dungeon. I need to be careful. Lin Xiao was constantly vigilant of his surroundings. Even though they were in the same dungeon, he was very clear that what he encountered was completely different from what Qin Chuan had encountered. If he were careless, he might not even know when he died. Crossing a small hill, Lin Xiao arrived at the entrance of a street. He had the 9-tailed celestial fox stop immediately, sensing an abnormal atmosphere in this street. Darkness and chaos permeated the air, exuding an unsettling aura. Dim, yellow streetlights flickered overhead, occasionally emitting a buzzing electrical sound, as if they would completely extinguish the next second. The exterior walls of the buildings on both sides of the street were covered in all kinds of graffiti. Crooked gang signs, claws and teeth monster patterns, and some illegible, vulgar phrases. The bloody handprints on the doors looked somewhat horrifying, like markers left by someone scouting the area. This place is a bit unusual. The killing intent is quite heavy. Lin Xiao frowned, feeling even more vigilant. There was no way to bypass this place. To reach the Colosseum, he had to pass through here. 9-tailed, be careful. Boom! Before Lin Xiao could finish his sentence, a wall was forcibly smashed by a body, and the person fell into the distance, buried by bricks and tiles. Humph, truly pathetic. Is this the so-called hall master? A figure was reflected in the dust. After the person walked out from the broken wall, Lin Xiao was finally able to see who it was. It was a girl. Her slender figure radiated a sharp, ruthless intensity. Her ear-length short hair was wild and untamed, and a row of studs on her right earlobe extended up along the ear cartilage, flashing with a cold light, rebellious and unbridled. Her slender, long eyes were slightly upturned, and her gaze revealed the defiance and indifference of someone who had seen much of the world. Her eyeliner outlined a sharp contour, and the dark smudging of her eyeshadow added a touch of allure and danger. She was wearing a black crop top, and on her firm abdomen was a tattoo of a colorful butterfly. The butterfly's wings were spread wide, seemingly symbolizing her struggle to desire freedom while being trapped in this chaotic world. Below, she paired it with ripped jeans, a belt covered in rivets tied around her waist, and a chain hanging from one side of her waistband, making a slight clinking sound as she moved. A snake-shaped tattoo wound its way up her arm, its tongue flicking in and out, looking lifelike. It added a wild aura, making it clear to anyone who saw her that this girl was a tough character not to be trifled with. Seeing her for the first time, Lin Xiao was stunned for a moment, subconsciously calling out her name. Xiao Montag. Lin Xiao didn't know her. In fact, he could say he hadn't even met her. He only knew of her from the mouths of people in the performance hall. But for some reason, the moment he saw her, he knew that the girl in front of him was Xiao Mo. Hearing someone call her name, the girl was stunned for a moment. She looked at Lin Xiao, her gaze unruly, and said in an arrogant tone, "You know me? I guess you could say that." Having found the treasure chest she hid and knowing a little bit about her background, it barely counted as knowing her. But in Lin Xiao's impression, Xiao Mo was a very obedient girl. She was simply like two different people compared to the one he was meeting now. "Wait a second. Let me deal with the guy in front of me first." Xiao Mo just glanced at Lin Xiao once, then walked toward the man she had just beaten into the air. The clinking sound of the chain was like a death warrant for him. Spare me, Sister Mo. Please spare me this time. Next time I will never. MMPH, MMPH, MMPH. Before the man called the hall master could finish speaking, Xiao Mo grabbed his hair, lifted his head, and smashed it fiercely against the ground. "What's the use of apologizing? Don't you know that apologies are the cheapest thing on 3rd Street? Ah!" Bang, bang, bang. Each impact caused the ground to sink and crack a little more, and her strength did not diminish. Only when the man lost consciousness did she kick him away like trash. After doing all this, she looked at Lin Xiao. "You were the one who called my name just now, right? Remember, here you can only call me Sister Mo, otherwise, your fate will be the same as that trash." "Got it." Her tone was extremely arrogant and unruly, just like a big sister in a gang. Smelling the alcohol on her, Lin Xiao frowned. Although the Xiao Mo in his impression was different, there was no doubt that this was the one. Lin Xiao looked her over for a few seconds and said, "I remember you weren't like this. I heard from others that you were a very obedient, very sensible girl." "Ha!" Xiao Mo looked at Lin Xiao with an expression that said he was joking. "I'm saying, is there something wrong with your head? If there is, go get it treated quickly. Don't waste time here." Lin Xiao looked into her eyes and said calmly, "The old man at the Big Ben clock told me. You also hid a treasure chest there, right? A hidden one at that." Xiao Mo was instantly stunned. "You really like sneaking into the clock tower to look at the scenery, and you get caught by the old grandpa watching the clock tower every time." Before Lin Xiao could finish his sentence, his collar was grabbed by her. Their foreheads were almost touching, and she asked fiercely, "How do you know these things? Where did you find out about these? What a stench." Forcing himself to endure the smell of alcohol on her, Lin Xiao pushed her away, straightened his wrinkled clothes, and then said, I passed by the performance hall and stayed for a while. I heard quite a bit of news about you. Oh, and about the treasure chest you hid. Passed by there.
Xiao Montag muttert.
The next second, she looked at Lin Xiao with a sharp gaze and angrily demanded, Impossible. That place was destroyed long ago. How could you have passed by there? What place did you walk through? Lin Xiao met her gaze, seemingly realizing something, and immediately asked, Are you a conscious Xiaomo, not an NPC generated by the dungeon? He didn't need her to answer. He already knew the answer from her shocked gaze. A very shocking answer. Xiaomo was actually alive. You really are an outsider. How did you get here? Tell me. Xiaomo stared closely at Lin Xiao, her eyes filled with sharpness and urgency, her tone full of an unquestionable commanding nature, wanting to get the answer from him. Chapter 174. Lin Xiao looked at Xiaomo in front of him, not speaking immediately. He wasn't sure what Xiaomo's current situation was, and the abyssal I couldn't read any information about her. It was all? Not a single bit of information was visible. Even when he encountered the abyssal demon Serena, he could still read her name, but he couldn't even see Xiaomo's name. Either Xiaomo was strange, or her strength was so immense that even the abyssal I couldn't read her information. So, facing such an existence, even if he knew her, he couldn't tell her what he knew. Before asking others, shouldn't you first talk about yourself? Lin Xiao's expression was calm. Although her strength and identity were unknown, if she were to cause trouble, he still had a way to escape. Introduce myself? Xiaomo immediately showed impatience, sitting directly on a pile of broken bricks and saying, Haven't you already known about me? Do I still need to introduce myself? That's too much trouble. I do know a little, but what I heard and what I'm seeing now are completely different. It's like two different people, or rather. Lin Xiao looked at Xiaomo, his expression becoming a bit more serious. You are not Xiaomo. If I'm not, then who is?
Xiaomo suddenly shouted.
Then, she irritably scratched her hair, not wanting to explain much, and said directly, This place was actually created by me, including everything you see now. Just ask whatever you want to know, and I'll tell you everything I know. This place was all created by Xiaomo? Lin Xiao's expression was calm, but he was incredibly shocked inwardly. She created the entire Green Capital dungeon? Combining what Xiaomo had just said, Lin Xiao pondered for a moment, then asked, Green Capital was destroyed. Is its reappearance now based on your thoughts? Xiaomo fell silent upon hearing this, her eyes becoming complex as if recalling, seemingly lost in distant memories. After a while, she slowly spoke, her voice a little hoarse. Yes, Green Capital was destroyed a long, long time ago. Who destroyed Green Capital? Xiaomo looked up at Lin Xiao with a strange gaze. You don't know? You clearly have something stained by him on you. I have something stained by him on me? Lin Xiao was stunned for a moment before realizing what Xiaomo was referring to. Are you talking about the evil god? The only possibility was the evil dragon equipment. Yes, that damn guy. Xiaomo's eyes instantly filled with rage, as if she wanted to kill. Lin Xiao noticed the change in her expression, but every time he saw Xiaomo, it seemed she was still connected to the evil god. Xiaomo gritted her teeth and continued. He directly flattened the entire Green Capital. Not a single person survived, including me. We all became dust in history. Afterward, I recreated Green Capital based on my own memories, which is everything you see now. All right, I've answered a few of your questions, and you should answer mine now. Xiao Mo looked at Lin Xiao with sharp eyes. He still wanted to ask Xiao Mo, "You died. So how did you recreate Green Capital based on your memories?" However, seeing her gaze, if he wanted to understand more deeply, he had to answer the question she had just posed. The Green Capital you recreated became a dungeon. Lin Xiao briefly described the special nature of this place and how he entered. Xiao Mo nodded intermittently as she listened to Lin Xiao's narration, then pondered, not saying a word throughout the process. Only after Lin Xiao finished did she say, "So that's how it is. The Holy Temple actually possesses such power." "You know the Holy Temple?" Lin Xiao asked curiously. "No, but I've heard of it." Xiao Mo stood up, patted the dust off her clothes, and seemed ready to leave. Seeing this, Lin Xiao quickly spoke, "Wait a moment, I have a friend trapped deep inside the dungeon. In the Colosseum you should know it, right? Since this dungeon was created by you, can you send me there directly?" There was still some distance to the Colosseum, and the creator of the dungeon was right in front of him. It should be easy for her to send him part of the way. Xiao Mo rolled her eyes at Lin Xiao. "I created the dungeon, but I'm not the god of this place. I can't do everything." As she spoke, she muttered, "If I could do everything, I would have left long ago." After muttering, she continued, "I know about the friend you mentioned. He's causing quite a stir. I can feel it even from here. But he's on the other side. I probably can't send you directly, but I can send you to the outside. You can follow his traces, and all the monsters along the way have already been cleared by him, so there won't be any danger." Outside, Lin Xiao blinked his eyes before understanding what Xiao Mo meant by outside. It was the place he entered before. "One more question." Lin Xiao spoke again. "TSK, you have so many questions. If you weren't an outsider, I'd definitely give you 2 punches." "Lin Xiao, do you still remember where the Super Grand Prize is?" He had no clue about the location of the Super Treasure map. Since the main person was right in front of him, he might as well ask directly. After Lin Xiao asked, he noticed Xiao Mo's face was a little red. Is she shy? Could it be that the Super Grand Prize contained something unmentionable? He scrutinized Xiao Mo, then recalled the treasure chest she had hidden. It was likely hidden when she was a child. The Xiao Mo he saw now was an adult. She was probably remembering things from her childhood. Xiao Mo's expression returned to normal, and she said indifferently, "I forgot." Well, that was the expected answer. It was probably hiding something that couldn't see the light of day. Bang! Suddenly, the space where Lin Xiao was shattered. Before he could struggle free, Xiao Mo's voice rang in his ears. "Don't panic. Didn't you want to go outside? I'm sending you out now." Lin Xiao heard this, breathed a sigh of relief, and no longer resisted, allowing his body to fall. A strong sensation of weightlessness made Lin Xiao feel nauseous. After the dizzying sensation disappeared, he opened his eyes again and found himself back on the small path. In front of him, green scattered light points appeared, forming a line to guide Lin Xiao. The Super Grand Prize is in the Colosseum. As Lin Xiao hurried on his way, Xiao Mo's voice suddenly rang in his ears, making him pause. "Thanks." Watching Lin Xiao leave, Xiao Mo turned and walked away, picking up a brick from the ground and tossing it in her hand. Outsider. Maybe I have a chance to get out too. But why did I put that thing in there back then? Was I out of my mind? Xiao Mo complained about her past self as she delved deeper into Sanfan Street. But she quickly let it go, even though recalling it still made her a little embarrassed. I should finish things here as soon as possible. Maybe I can still catch up to the thing I wanted to do back then but didn't dare to.